welcome to Rathods Science Academy. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 27th October 2024. So let's get started with our discussion. And today is Sunday. There are not even like 3 to 4 articles which are relevant from our examination point of view, which are new. Already the articles we discussed in our earlier classes, they were there in today's newspaper. Just revise those topics. Okay, so whatever the new articles which appear in our today's newspaper, from your examination point of view, I'm going to take that articles. Okay, see this image, guys. So what is this image is about? Do you have any idea about this image? So actually these group of people, they belongs to one tribe and they are celebrating harvesting festival. So this harvesting festival is called as Putari. Putari is one of the harvest festival mainly celebrated by a tribal community called as Kodava community. So because of this is the news. And here whenever you are getting any tribal community news or like any harvest festival or any folk festival also, yes, that will become very important from your UPSC point of view and you have to see that article. Okay. So I will tell you like what are the dimensions you have to see. So there are two keywords. First one is Putari festival or Putari festival, and next one is Kodava community. So you'll be reading about these festivals from your GS paper 1 under art and culture point of view. And here this Kodava community, if you are a student of anthropology, you have to know about this community. And even this community is very important because they are taking a lot of steps for women empowerment. Especially they are giving importance for education of women. So whenever you are writing any answer regarding women empowerment and education of women or which community is promoting education, you can take an example of this community. Even though this community is a patriarchal society, but they are giving more importance to the education of women. So this is a one appreciable thing of this Kodava community. And next one here is you have to see about livelihood and even in which states they present. Okay, so these are the dimensions that you have to see from this image point of view. So if you see some facts regarding this Kodava community, so there are some theories says that these section of society or these people, they are descendants of Alexander the Great. And another traces they says that they are origin from the Kurds from Iraq. So there are different sources of this people. One is Alexander the Great, second one is from the Kurds of Iraq. And actually where this community lives in India, it is these people, they live in Coorg district or Coorg in Karnataka region. And what is their occupation? So this is a land owning community and they are very much known for martial traditions. Martial traditions, and which language they will speak? They speak the script and they will be having even a script which is mixture of both like Kannada, Tamil and as well as Malayalam. And actually this society belongs to patrilineal society and this Kodavas, they are Hindus and they are giving lot of importance for women empowerment. Actually the women who belongs to this Kodava community, they are highly educated. And even one more good thing about this community is there is no even dowry system in this. Kodava families treat their daughters and sons similarly, especially in case of education. And Kodava women, they tend to be well educated, often even reaching high levels in their chosen careers. Especially the women who are from this community, they are reaching very high levels. Okay, now let us see about some facts regarding this festival, that is Putari. So this Putari derived from the two words. First one is Put and next one is Ari. Put means nothing but new and Ari is nothing but rice. So it is a festival which is normally celebrated at the end of at the end of November till December. And actually it is one of the harvest festivals celebrated by the tribes. So here you have to make a note of tribal harvest festivals that is celebrated in India. Especially you have to focus on this northeastern states. Okay, let us see next article. See this article, guys. $25 million pandemic fund goes to curb zoonotic disease. So what is the keyword? Zoonotic disease. So what is the meaning of this zoonotic disease? So this disease is transmitted from animals to humans. So can you give me some examples of the zoonotic diseases? Okay, swine flu. Okay, from pig to humans. Next. Nipah virus from bats to humans. Next. Okay, mpox, monkeypox virus. Next. Yeah, malaria. Okay, next. Malaria, it is vector-borne disease of mosquito, but it is not directly causing disease in animals. Okay, it is not an example of zoonotic disease. Okay. Now let us see this article in detail. So the Indian government initiated $25 million project in collaboration with Asian Development Bank, World Bank and FAO, that is Food and Agriculture Organization, to enhance animal health security. So nowadays one concept, do you remember this? One Health is getting prominence now. So what is this concept of One Health? We are focusing on health of environment, health of animals, health of humans, everyone together. So can we add this under this example of One Health? So how we are promoting One Health? So here now, whenever government is providing this much huge amount of fund for the protection of animal health, then it is also under part of One Health strategy. Okay, so actually whenever we are focusing on animal health, then what happen? Obviously, the community health can be enhanced because many a times zoonotic disease will be spreading from animals to humans. So whenever we are keeping this animal free from diseases, obviously we can also decrease the transmission of diseases to humans so that we can maintain proper health and security of our country. So this initiative, which is having an important aim of, first important one is upgrading of animal health laboratories. Second one is we are improving disease surveillance. So whenever we are focusing on these two important points, we can combat zoonotic diseases and we can also prepare for future pandemics. And this project will be executed from 2026 August onwards, and we are focusing on especially even building institutional capacity. And we are focusing on enhancing of risk assessment related to animal health as well. So if you see the key points that you have to remember in this article here is, we are focusing on global health security. Yes, we are going to especially focusing on improving of our ranking in this global health security index. So whenever we are focusing on improving of our ranking in this global security health index, then we can also address what are the gap which are present in our surveillance and as well as response mechanism. So why we are ranking very low in this global health security index? Because we don't have proper surveillance, we don't have proper response mechanism. So if you see, the important aim of this project is we are focusing on surveillance, we are focusing on laboratories, and also we are focusing on institutional capacity and as well as risk assessments as well. So if we are focusing on that, obviously we can improve our scoring in this global health security index as well. So why we are focusing on the zoonotic diseases or this animal health? Because about 60% of human pathogens, they are originating from animals itself. And whenever we are going for improving of health of these animals, obviously we can decrease this zoonotic outbreaks in humans. And actually we know that humans and animal health are interconnected. So if you want to control this disease of human, obviously we have to control the health of animals. And even because of this climate change, also there is increasing of frequency of the zoonotic diseases as well. For example, there is increasing of vector-borne diseases. Okay, so what happens if there is increasing of zoonotic diseases? Obviously it will lead to more vulnerability to the vulnerable population and especially small holding farmers. And as you all know that nowadays we are giving prominence to the allied sector, agriculture and allied sector. So that allied sector is nothing but animal husbandry. It may be fish farming, or it may be livestock rearing, or it may be cattle rearing, or anything, right? So here when we are safeguarding the health of the livelihoods against zoonotic threats, then what happens? It will be essential for the community resilience and as well as food security of our country. and even we are going to manage our data system as well. So whenever we are going to have this proper data management, then what happen, obviously it will improve the decision making process regarding animal health risk. Okay, and we can have a proper effective animal disease management as well. So see this article, guys. What does H5N1 virus in cattle humans portend? So again, this article is about one more zoonotic disease, that is avian influenza. So now here there is a threat of transmission of this avian influenza from animals to humans, right? So there are many cases which are reported that this avian influenza which had been transmitted from animals to humans. So from which subject we will be dealing with this, guys? GS paper 3 science and technology, next on GS paper 2 society point of view, and from GS paper 2 health point of view. Okay, now let us see the context. So this article is saying that the emergence of H5N1 virus in cattle has raised significant concerns. So actually what happened? So recently avian influenza from this poultry transmitted to man who is working in that field, that is seen in March 2024. So here this incident which says that there is originating from a new avian influenza clade that led to infections over 200 mammalian species, including 26 human cases. They are linked to infected cattle and poultry. So because of this kind of infection from animals towards humans, especially this is avian influenza, so till now not even a single time this human to human transmission was not documented. But now here there is increased case of documentation of cases from poultry towards humans is happening. So because of this, now humans are becoming bit worried, because yes, there is a need of enhanced surveillance now, and even we have to be very cautious regarding this transmission of diseases from animals towards humans. So here now, why we are that much worried? Because the new clade, that is a new clade, new type of this H5N1 had been identified. So clade 2, clade 3, 4 and 4b has rapidly spread globally. That means whenever we are getting new variants, obviously we can understand that there is genetic mutation is happening, and even that virus is having good adaptability, adapting to the environment. So whenever they are adapting to the new environment, it will modify its genes or genetics, so that we are going to get the new variants. So what happened whenever we are having these new variants? So it will become very challenged to control that outbreaks, because whatever the medicines or whatever the vaccine that we had, that will be based on the old variant. It will be not working on the new variant. Okay, so whenever we are having this kind of H5N1 in cattle, obviously it will be having some implications on agriculture and allied sector as well. So there will be reduced milk production, and especially we are focusing on white revolution 2.0. So this will be affected by this H5N1 new clades, and even this article is saying that yes, there is interconnectedness of animal health and food security. So if we are having the proper maintenance of animal health, we can produce more amount of milk. So whenever we are getting more amount of milk, so it is a good source of calcium and as well as protein for the people, so that we can ensure food security. If obviously because of this diseases, whenever there is decreasing of milk production, that will lead to economic loss to the farmers, and even it will be having impact on the food security and nutritional security of the people. And next important point which is given in this article here is, the majority of human cases, they are linked to direct exposure to the infected animals. But there are also some cases which are saying that there is no direct contact between infected animal and humans. But even though those kind of diseases, they are identified. So that means we have to go for better monitoring, and as well as need of broader testing as well. And we have to identify where is the root cause. So how this disease had been transmitted without any history of having contact or exposure with this infected animals. And this article is saying that yes, there is delayed detection in this virus. So here there is lack of proper surveillance system in our country, and you have to focus on this surveillance system. We need to have the robust monitoring of crucial important future outbreaks as well. And even we have to focus on public health risk. So the current assessments, they indicate that there is low risk of general population. So there is a high potential for the virus to evolve. It remains a critical concern. So actually, whenever this H5N1, which is transmitted from this infected animals to the human, so we will be having a very less risk. But even though now virus is evolving and it is adapting to the climate and it is coming up with the new clades, so it is one cause of concern now. So we have to focus on that so that we can protect human health. And especially we have to go for monitoring or proper surveillance of the wastewater. And even we have to focus on early warning system for detecting of viral presence in the communities. Then only we can go for proper response strategies, and even we can go for proper preparedness as well. Okay, and in future there may be chances of transmission of this disease from human to human. So we need to have the proper knowledge of that, and we have to take some preventive steps before this stage had been started. Okay, so this is the thing which mainly said. And see this article, guys. So what is there in that pic? Water. In water we have some aquatic animals, right? So the title is saying that cool water at ocean surface increases the carbon absorption. So tell me, like which biomes will leads to the absorption of carbon dioxide in atmosphere? So forest, and second one is oceans, right? So here, the what is the problem that we are seeing in the ocean? There is increasing of surface temperature of oceans because of global warming, right? So because of global warming, there is increasing of temperature across the globe, and even there is increasing of temperature of surface of these oceans as well. So temperature of ocean surface is related to carbon dioxide absorption. So whenever we will be having less temperature, there will be increasing of absorption of carbon dioxide. Whenever temperature is increasing, what happen? There will be decreasing of absorption of carbon dioxide. So can we connect? So actually this is an inverse relation. So temperature of ocean is inversely related to carbon dioxide absorption. So this article is saying that whenever there is decreasing of ocean surface temperature, it will absorb more amount of carbon dioxide. So actually now the problem here is there is increasing of even sea water temperature or the surface water temperature, that is leading to decreased amount of carbon dioxide absorption. So the effectiveness of this carbon sink is decreasing because of this global warming. Clear? So whenever you are writing any answer regarding sea water temperature or ocean surface temperature, and you have to include this point of carbon dioxide absorption as well. Okay, now let us see this article in clear. So a recent study says that whenever we are having slightly cooler ocean skin, that is upper layer of the ocean water, which is less than even 2 mm deep of the ocean surface, which enhances absorption of carbon dioxide. That means during winter season we can absorb more amount of carbon dioxide in atmosphere than compared to the of summer season. Because in winter season, at least on the top layer of this ocean surface, we will be having cool temperature, and in the summer season we will be having scorching heat. So there is increasing of temperature of ocean surface water. So this article is saying that now we entered into this winter season, so at least 2 mm deep of ocean water is cool from the surface, just 2 mm. So this 2 mm is cool. So because of this, we are absorbing more amount of carbon dioxide. Clear? Are you getting my point? Okay, so the cooler temperature of ocean skin creates a favorable environment for carbon dioxide to dissolve, and it will lead to how minor temperature variations can have significant ecological implications. So whenever you're talking about global warming and its impacts, so you can add this. So whenever there is even minor temperature variations, they will be having significant ecological impact. You can use this word or this sentence directly. So whenever there is even a very minute or minor temperature variations, they will be having some significant ecological implications. So what are those implications? There is absorption of carbon dioxide is more whenever you are having a cool ocean surface temperature. And next one is this study which also says that many oceanic processes remain poorly understood. So we are not going for proper exploration of ocean dynamics. So because of this, it is having the huge impact on global climate systems. So if we know this data, or if we know about the studies clearly, obviously we will be taking some steps to decrease this global climate impact. But we don't know what is the impact of coolness of surface area or coolness of whatever it may be. So here we need a proper data. So we need to focus on now research and development, like how we have to absorb this carbon dioxide emissions. Why we have to focus on this carbon dioxide emissions? So every country, they have their own INDCs, and even India have its own target of attaining this carbon neutrality by 2070. To achieve this target, yes, we have to focus on this as well. And even one more problem here is there is increased frequency of a formation of cyclones is happening in Arabian Sea now. Why? There is increasing of temperature. Again, increasing of temperature, can we absorb maximum carbon dioxide? No. India is the third largest carbon dioxide emitter in the world. So at least we have to take some steps to control that, right? So here, if we want to absorb more amount of carbon dioxide, we can decrease the temperature of ocean surface. Okay. And next one here is we have to focus on increasing carbon absorption. So ocean plays a very important role in regulating atmospheric carbon dioxide levels. So here, whenever we are absorbing more amount of carbon dioxide, then obviously we can fight against this climate change. And next one here is marine research. Yes, now we got a key information like, yes, carbon cycling is related to ocean. So here we can also take some steps efficiently for marine research as well. We can go for proper investigation, like what is leading to increasing of at least ocean or surface sea temperature. And next one here is it will be not done only by which only Ministry of Earth Science or only because of central government or anything. So we need to have proper collaboration between the state level, district level, national level, international level, so that we can achieve our target of this carbon neutrality by 2070. So it will be like a very complex system. And next one here is we have to come up with the future climate models. So we can invest on research and development, and we can come up with a new technology so that we can have the proper prediction about ocean carbon absorptions and how it is having impact on this global warming, etc. And especially if you want to make it success, yes, obviously people need to know about what is the importance of this ocean, sea, water, temperature. For example, do you know whenever we are having any industries, they will be set up at the banks of the rivers or at the coastal regions mostly, because they will be releasing the waste directly into the water. So whenever they are releasing the water from the industries, obviously they are very hot. They will be not releasing the cool water, right? So whenever they are releasing the hot water, what happens? The surface water will be getting hot or cool? Hot. Again, that will be having impact on this carbon dioxide absorption. So here we have to focus on improving of awareness to these industries which are releasing especially treated water to the water bodies. Okay, so that we can inform these conservation efforts and policies aimed at protecting our marine ecosystems as well. And because of changing of this ocean surface temperature or sea temperature, even there will be impact on the biodiversity. There will be change in the reproductive cycle of animals which are present. Okay, again we have to take this also into consideration. And say this article, WHO KG about publishing Meghalaya polio case details. So what happened in this Meghalaya recently? Do you remember or recall? Identify the polio case. Why this identification of polio case in Meghalaya, it is not a good sign for India? Yes, we had a title. We got a title from WHO that polio had been eliminated in India. But now we had vaccine derived polio case identified in this Meghalaya. What is that vaccine derived polio case? So after taking vaccine, what happened? Because of lack of proper immune system of that baby, this polio had been developed in that after taking the vaccine. So because of this, this is the news. So from which subject you will be dealing with this? From GS paper 3 under science and technology, right? Actually, it is not a new topic, but we have to see this. So WHO has been slow to publish the details about polio case in a 2-year-old boy in Meghalaya, India, despite having received confirmation of the cases and follow-up results over a month ago. So the case had been identified about 1 month ago. You know about this, right? But even though WHO is very slow in the process of publishing that. Okay, so because of this is in news. So Health Ministry and Meghalaya government, they remain tight-lipped. So even the state government of Meghalaya is also not ready to provide information regarding that, because it will be impacting the image of India itself at the international platform. Okay, so this article is saying that there is delayed reporting by WHO. WHO received the results on August 12th itself, but till now it had not been updated to the public, which highlighted that yes, there is lack of urgency in addressing the health crisis. So again, whenever you're talking about how this WHO is working and what are the problems in WHO or multilateral organizations, again now you can use this article that yes, there is not even reporting of vaccine-derived polio case of Meghalaya by WHO. Okay, and this one is which type of polio which had been identified, that is vaccine-derived polio virus, which says that there are some risks associated with incomplete immunization, or else from vaccines itself you are having this kind of problem. And next one here is yes from Health Ministry and state government. So it is refusing to disclose the details, which is also raising now the questions about public health transparency and as well as accountability. So who is accountable and what about the transparency regarding the giving of information? Why they are not giving information? And next important point here is surveillance efficiency. So here there is no proper follow-up test which is confirming that no community virus circulation. So there is no proper effective monitoring as well. So we have to take some proactive communication strategies. So here from this article you can get a case study in your ethics, like you are health officer. So there is one disease which had been identified in your area for the first time. So how you are going to control that? Or else you can get the same thing as a case study. So you are responsible to report to WHO regarding the disease which had been identified, which had been eradicated in your country. So at such a time, what are the options that are present to you? Evaluate each option, and they'll be asking you like which option you will be choosing and why. Have you got this question? Okay, if you are health officer in Meghalaya, if you're posted there, and you got information regarding the spread of this vaccine derived polio in your district, and there are some problems in your healthcare system there in your district, and now it is responsibility of you to report that case to WHO, but your senior authorities are insisting you to not to release information, to not to report to WHO. So at that time, what are the options available to you? Are you getting my question? So in this way also you will be getting case study in your ethics, so be prepared guys. And this one here is WHO's, now it is showing very slow response. It is contrast to quicker announcements regarding the similar cases elsewhere. And even this article is saying that there are inconsistencies in the communication protocols as well. And even now there is a failure of sharing of information promptly. So whenever there is no proper sharing of information, there is no proper accountability. Can you ensure the public trust? No, it will be hindering the public trust, and even people will not show any complaints towards any programs or any vaccination programs that you are coming up. That will be very huge problem to you in the future. So it may cause future outbreaks as well. For example, if there is any vaccine derived polio case which had been identified in that area, if the next time if you are going for running of the polio drive, will the people come forward to take this vaccine? No. So here what happened, compliance with this vaccination program will be getting down. So that will leads to the future outbreaks. If they are not taking vaccine, obviously what happened in future, there will be spreading of that disease. They will be not getting the immunity to fight against that disease, right? So here you have to focus on global health organizations, and even you have to focus on transparency, and you have to maintain proper credible information, and you have to focus on even disease prevention properly, and you have to focus on even in future how you are going to implement this kind of vaccination programs in the future. It is your responsibility. So in all these areas you have to think about. Okay, so these are the important topics that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. So by this I'm concluding. Thank you so much guys for watching, and if you like this class, please hit the like button, and please do share this class to your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Rathods Science Academy. Thank you so much.